Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot and most importantly I am going to fly 5 APUs today. So we're sitting here in the BAE146 and we are using the Scandinavian Airlines version of it, but saying Scandinavian Airlines I should much rather say WDL because this airplane has been on wet lease from the German charter operator WDL, and they've leased it over to Scandinavian Airlines for a couple of years, or actually for a year and a half roundabout on the 300, and a little bit less for the 200s on a previous time between 2007 and 2009. Alright everyone, so one of the very few live streams I get to do, I totally realize that. I wish I had the time to do more of them as well, but unfortunately at the moment my time is really rather limited. Nonetheless, let's make the best out of it. So today we have two exciting VATSIM events there. The standard Monday event, which is going to take place at Copenhagen, and then we're also going to fly over to Oslo, which is also hosting an event today. So hopefully two promising flights of around about 1 hour length each. And that is going to be today's plan. So Scandinavian 462 will be our call sign today. That's a real world flight number on this particular route, flying exactly at this moment. Now, before we start actually flying our 146, let's go ahead and do a very quick walk around, because I didn't do that in my previous video. So, first thing for us to notice over here is that we've got this beautiful little airplane. The second thing for us to notice is that something is wrong with the docking of the jetway, so I will not go into too many details about that. And we'll simply start on the side over here, so we can see a rather good level of detail that we've got on our probes, even though they do look a little bit blurry. But seeing that this was one of the first airliners released for Microsoft Flight Simulator, that, in my opinion, is acceptable. Now, anyway, if we view it from a reasonable distance, then it's looking good anyway, like it does right now. Alright, so continuing our walk around, obviously. The livery is not one of the default liveries, but it is indeed a third party that I downloaded from flightsim.to. So just that little caveat, that does apply to any of those livery pointed things that we find today. So Delta Alpha Whiskey Bravo Alpha, flying for Scandinavian Airlines, that's the one we're flying today. And I do believe that this is actually the very same plane that I used on a little earlier, a couple of flights, but I just realized that I did my first video with the British Airways version. Alright, so nonetheless, even though the textures aren't 100% crisp everywhere, we do have some good decals in here, like for example that little sticker that we got here on the main wheels. So overall, a pretty good mixture, and if we take a look at the plane from a little bit of a reasonable distance like this, then it is already looking pretty good. Alright, so most important thing here of the entire airplane, the air brake. As you can see, it does seem to be a little bit open right now. Well, I'm pretty sure once we actually connect the power and bring up the hydraulics, the thing is going to work just fine. What is quite interesting to see here, however, is the assembly on which the navigation lights, the white lights on the tail are mounted. So pretty cool that we get to see this actually. Alright, cool. Then we can move a little bit further to the front, and we are going to finish this part of the walk around, going over to the side over here, and then all the way to the front. So this is what the model of the 146 looks like. In my opinion, really lovely little airplane. It's really been one of my favorites pretty much of all time so far. And well, I only hope that the Avro RJ version is going to come soon. Alright, cool then. Peter the ATC. Oh, hello from a real life ATC in Copenhagen. Well, hi. Nice. We might have talked already. I did fly to Copenhagen quite a bit in the earlier time. Alright, and Captain Haggis, livestream all the time you spend chilling on the Caribbean beach layovers. Oh boy. Alright, cool. So, let's head straight into the cockpit, and we're going to start working our way. So, cockpit of the 146, good old classic dialed, but we are going to use the FMS today, since Scandinavia is pretty much exclusively on-off routings these days. Alright, apart from that, cockpit door is open right now. A little look into the cabin as we still have a bit of time. By the way, pretty good looking jetway here, I have to say. The models from Flight Tampa are 100% excellent. They really are. Alright, so that's the cabin of the 146, but I do suggest that we are going into the cockpit now and we'll actually go ahead and make it flying. Alright, so that much for our basic stuff. Let's quickly go into the electronic flight back, and we are going straight over into the OFP field over here, and please download my flight plan. Alright, and here we go. I'm not sure why I'm getting those errors with the meta all the time. Really not 100% sure about that. I do get it on many EFBs, like the PMDG EFB always says unknown alternate as well. Maybe an issue that I should bring up with Navigraph. And Jitato, hello from Singapore. Well, hi. Must be like midnight or something for you. And Riverite82, Servus, real life ATC from Austria as well here. Well, hi, nice to see you. Alright, so that much about our basic flight that we've planned over here, but let's have a quick look into the output section. Unfortunately, we can move around now. Okay, that didn't work on my earlier look at the plane. Alright, so what do we have here? Remarks, payload and cargo limited by maximum 0 fuel weight. So let's have a very quick look into the weights here. In terms of landing weight, we're only like 500 kilos off from the maximum as well. So I tell you what, we're going to take that 0 fuel weight. Obviously, we are not going to leave any cargo behind. And if we have a quick look into the weather forecast, then we can decide if we need any extra fuel for our way to Gardermoen. And looking at this, we got a prop 40 of freezing fog and very bad weather overnight. But that is not going to affect us on our flight at the moment at all, because the weather forecast for our actual flight is looking pretty good. Alright, so likewise our alternate top has the same thing coming overnight, freezing fog, very bad visibilities there. But that is not going to affect us at all, because we will be long gone by the time we get there. Alright, so overall, in terms of fuel needed, 170 plus 3,901, so 4.1 would be our standard fuel. We said we can upload, let's see, 500 kilos more, because we do obviously have to take into account that we might get some shortcuts on the way there as well. So if we take 500 more, then we end up with 4.6, and that should cover for the VATSIM factor as well. Alright, so now going back into the aircraft menu, it asks us, do we want to import the SimBrief OFP payload? And we absolutely do. And then in terms of fuel, let's add a little bit more over here. Alright, so now total 4.5, that should be good enough, and the payload and the cargo come straight from SimBrief. Looks good to me. Okay, and with that we should be done over here with our payload. So let's go ahead and start working on our pre-flight procedures. Alright, so excellent. Then looking into the weather radar, that thing is off down here. The transponder system is off as well. Spoilers are in, fuel levers shut off, flaps up, and that's looking good. Alright, then onto the overhead, and we do have battery voltage on both systems. So let's bring it up. Right, the flight director bars are looking good, they're turned off. Landing gear lever is down. External lights will put him over into the high intensity position. And moving a little bit further down, the parking brake is set to the yellow hydraulic system. Looking good to me. Then we can start powering up the plane. Alright, all 5 of them on. And then any skid. Interesting, that one's okay. Here we go. Alright, any skid on. Lift spoilers on. And then we can move a little bit further down to the power and turn on the externals. Alright, it is pretty cold outside, so let's go ahead and turn on the APU straight away. So we gotta do the fire test for that. APU fire, here we go. Okay, looking good, so APU start. Alright, and with that we'll have the APU start up at first, and thereafter we're going to continue with the rest of our pre-flight. So, hi to everyone who joined in the meantime. And Adrian Forsborn, hi, welcome. And Adrian, most importantly, welcome to the economy class membership. I do hope that you're going to enjoy it. Alright, cool. So, Regix, hi, have you not been streaming much lately, or have I just not been following closely enough? No, you're absolutely right. I haven't streamed very much in the recent time, because I just barely find the time available to do so in first place. And Adrian, yes, we are going to fly in VATSIM, because there are events going on at both airports today, so welcome to that. And Peter, the ATCO, as a 146 or RJ, you should really be on the Foxtrot stance, but no matter, Bravo Gates is not the worst of alternate choices. Yeah, I just checked Flight Radar 24, see where the real flight departed, but that was an A320 Neo, since obviously they don't have 146s anymore. That was only a short time charter. Okay, so we do have power available now. Let's also bring that APU generator online already. Here we go. So let's go ahead and turn on the air conditioning as well. We're gonna take fresh air right now. APU air and packs are on. Okay, so next up we are going to test the hydraulic PTU and the AC pump. So we're gonna turn that stuff on, make sure that we do get hydraulic pressure coming up. And as we see, both pumps are working, so with them working we can turn the pumps back off again. Alright then, moving downwards, we are going to set the yaw damper into the arm position, and then we can go ahead with our basic setup. Alright, so we're going to start this now with the FMS setup, and then we'll do the rest thereafter, at least until we've done some basic stuff. So flight deck emergency lights going on arm, fasten belt signs going on, and obviously moving up here, no smoking sign on, and emergency lights are going to be armed. Alright, and that is that basic part of the setup done. Okay, so let's go straight into the FMS. As you guys can see, I forgot to update my IROC, but should be fine. We are going to cross-check everything carefully, and then it will be alright. So, GPS position use, flight plan. And we can just do our lives easy. Gonna go into data link. Actually, we're gonna go on to the next page, route menu, and import Simbri flight plan. That's gonna be the easiest for us. Then we don't have to program the flight plan manually. Here we go. Okay, Sabak. Yep, that's definitely gonna be the upper one. Alright, execute that. Okay, so 4 right is already correct, and we got a departure towards Vedar, so that's gonna be Vedar 4 Alpha, I suppose. Execute that, and for the arrivals, going to go into Oslo. Let's have a quick look at the electronic flight back, see what they got up for us over here. And the planned landing runway is 1 left, Lunip 4 Lima arrival. I'm just going to insert that for now. If we do get something different in flight, then well, I tell you what, let's do 1 right, because I have a feeling it's going to be that. It just makes more sense. Okay, Lunip 4 Lima, and if I'm not 100% mistaken, it's going to be Var Insuf, but we might have to correct that. Let me just put that in, check the legs, and if it's different, so that one we can take over, and if it's any different, yeah, okay, Insuf. But that looks okay to me. Alright, so no, cancel that mod. We're going to rework the arrival sequence anyway, but overall this seems okay to me. The other thing we can do over here is to go into data link, and then we're gonna grab an ATIS, Copenhagen, and arrival or departure ATIS. Okay, looks like we can't really work on that, so let's just send it out. Have a look. Okay, ATIS for Copenhagen unavailable. Alright, well that's a pity, but so be it. Then we're just going to do the regular weather request. So Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel to Echo November Golf Mike. Alright, and I'm just gonna send that out. We'll care about the alternate when we're airborne. Right now, the only thing that I really want to know is my departure weather. And here we go. So 350 at 9, 10 kilometers, no clouds, 5 degrees, QNH 1013, and tough not available. Okay, that's fair enough for me. So we're done with this for now. Easy going. And Adrian, you're the Oslo approach controller. Well, hi there. And doing the ADPL at the moment at school in Arendal. Awesome. Alright, and hi Jacob, nice to see you here as well. Alright, cool, so let's go ahead and do the rest of our system setup then. So we're done up here, we don't need the pumps. In terms of fuel pumps, we got the left inner running, that's fine. Okay, so APU is running and as it should. Engine annuizer is gonna stay off just a little bit longer. And we have plenty cruise at flight level 320, so we're gonna set the cabin altitude all the way up. Alright, QNH 1005, let's go ahead and pre-select that as well. And here about we go. So for the heaters, we're gonna turn them on later on, and the ice detection as well. Air conditioning is looking good, and then going further up, nav lights, jobs off, beacon off, no smoking on, and that's it. Okay, so now we got to see a little bit more. So, that's the engine overspeed test. Okay, I actually wanted to have these. Engine fire test, working on all 4 engines. Perfect. Okay, then let's continue on the main panel. So QNH, we said 1013. Really not sure why it defaults to 1015 in here, but okay. So it's going to be an on-off departure. And then over here we've got nothing to do. On the TMS, 6 degrees looks about right. And we can also take on-off over here. Target temperatures 840. Going down in the middle, weather radar, we're going to select 15 degrees up. And we'll pre-select 25 mile range. Okay, comms gonna come on for now. And we've got 1 to 1.5. That was a little bit quick. So here we go, 1 to 1.5. And the Copenhagen APUs, since we can't really listen to it, it's gonna be a 122.855. So let's pre-select that. 22.855. Okay, and for our other frequencies, we'll have to see. ATC is going to come online on the hour, so we got a little bit more time available. And by then we'll decide which frequencies we need. Okay, in here, Squawk 2000 is going to be the default. Come on, here we go. Nothing on the ADF needed, and brake temperature indicator, we'll turn it on as well. 5 degrees, surprise, they match exactly the outside air temperature. Okay, so next thing, let's get those radios working, and then let's go ahead and grab a couple of charts. Okay, so chart menu, thank you, departure charts. So we'll start with the taxi charts, and we got in here the parking stands. We'll need that one. We got the airport chart, and then for the SIDs, let's have a look what we need there as well. So our planned departure today is the Veda 4 Alpha departure. Let's find that. Probably going to be somewhere down low, I suppose. Here it is, Veda 4 Alpha. Okay, so quick look into here. Transition altitude 5000 after takeoff, remain at tower until 1000 and contact departure 120.255. Maximum speed 250 knots below flight level 70. Initial climb clearance flight level 70 as well. '71 pre-selected. Okay, so for the routing, Veda 1 Alpha, not available for traffic re-entering Copenhagen 4 beyond Veda. Alternate SID is Golga. Okay, I don't think we do that. So, track extended runway centerline to Charlie Hotel 840, 841, 842, North Pole Veda. Then let's see, 840, 841, 842, North Pole, and Veda. And we do have Veda twice, not sure why that's the case. Let's override one of these. Okay, that is looking good. And then on the flight plan page, if we can check this as well. So direct glass lead is what we just inserted. So if we go up here onto the OFP, it's going to be Lima 997 Risma, direct Sabak, Lima 997 Luneb. Alright, so 997 Risma, direct Sabak, 997 Luneb, and Luneb arrival looks about perfectly fine for me. Ground distance 280 versus on the plan 308. Well, that's probably due to the arrival, I suppose. The plan got the arrival, which in here we might not have completely, do we? Well, we'll check the arrival once we're en route anyway, so it's not going to be too much of an issue. Okay, excellent. So, with that, we have done this much of the preparation. Let's have a quick look into the takeoff speeds then. We're going to do flap 18 takeoff. Clicking on here is automatically going to set all our bugs. So the N1 bug, TGT bug, and most importantly the airspeed bugs that we've got down here. Okay, that is looking pretty good. Then let's go ahead and see if we can already grab our clearance. So first of all, gonna put that thing on, and then let's see if we can grab our clearance. As always, you guys let me know if you can hear ATC properly or if any changes are required to the settings. I do believe that I did most of the settings. Okay, but as always, if there is any improvement possible, it's gonna be up to you guys to be able to tell me. Okay, so we do have Copenhagen departure tower 119.355 online. Let's go ahead and give him a shout.
One, 2681.
And 2681 feedback is correct.
Castle Towers, can deliver 639, request taxi runway 04 right.
0639 og taxi var Romeo and Bravo, hold short of runway 12.
Was that taxi via Romeo and Bravo, hold short of runway 12, can deliver 639.
Alright, and the first thing, first of all, of course, I forgot to file my flight plan, so let me quickly do that as the very first thing here. Alright, sim brief on the go, pre-file flight plan. I'm going to do that off-screen real quick so that we can start with our clearance request in a few moments. Copenhagen Tower, good evening. Scandinavian 462, information Echo, request clearance to Oslo.
462 Castle Tower, hello, clear to Oslo, Gardermoen, Vader for Alpha departure, runway 04 right, squawk is 4665.
Scandinavian 462, cleared to Oslo, Vader for Alpha departure, runway 4 right, squawk 4665.
The 462 feedback is correct.
Okay, so we've got Vader for Alpha departure, runway 4 right, and the squawk 4665.
Runway 12, continue at Bravo, holding point Bravo 3.
Was that cross runway 12?
Alright, 4665 is in. Awesome, so we are about done. So then, just gotta plug my Honeycomb Bravo back in, because I did use that cable to charge. I did use that cable to charge my headphones. Shame on me. But okay, here we go. So, that thing is done now. Let's go ahead and get GSX. Why are a couple of people riding 4665? 4665. That's what I got, huh? Alright, so prepare position for pushback and departure. We'll have those guys prepare ourselves, and then we will call for clearance in a couple of moments. Okay, so they are removing the jetway. Awesome. Even though they broke our door. Not so awesome. Okay, it doesn't matter. We'll ignore that for the moment. So, passenger doors can be closed, the parking brake is set, so trucks can go. Thank you. And with that, we can also go ahead and close our door. Provided we can find the click spot, here it is.
And by number 1 for clearance.
Alright, so doors closed, and then external power. Well, APU generator is there, and APU generator is working, so external power coming up,
continue by Bravo, holding point Bravo 3.
and going disconnected.
Bravo 3, continue via Bravo and cross runway 1 to Bravo. Scandinavian 1456.
Okay, so for the departure briefing, it's going to be lefty takeoff, runway 4 right, and for the taxi, we're standing up here in Bravo 9, so push back into here, taxi, it's probably going to be straight out via maybe Alpha and Charlie, or maybe it's going to be somewhere down here and then Bravo, and in any case we will be able for Bravo 3 departure. We could probably even do Bravo 4, but let's not overdo it today, so Bravo 3 is going to be fine for our departure. Departure itself, we've determined 40 tons takeoff weight, speeds 132, 132, 137, flap retraction at 181. Okay, so, for our sit then, we flight all ANAF. ANAF is selected on the instruments up here and up here as well. And we did cross-check our route, which is fairly easy, via a couple ANAF waypoints. Climbing flight level 70, passing 1,000 feet, we contact the departure frequency, which is going to be 120.255, and that's it. Any questions?
Delivery is now online. Contact him on 119.905 for clearance.
Alright, so no questions, then let's go ahead and pre-select that delivery frequency, 119.905.
639,
well, we're just gonna go over there already. Alright, cool. So, with that, we are all set up for our flight, and all we need now is ground to come online, and then we should be ready to go. And they should basically come online any moment now. But okay. And Peter the ATCO, not a correct squawk for your destination, but no matter. Could you shed some light into how the squawks are given over in Copenhagen? And standard taxi route would be via Papa Yankee Cross 30 in Bravo. Thank you so much. So that's what we're anticipating then. Let's see that real quick. So, Papa Yankee Cross in Bravo. Okay, we will anticipate that. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay, so then I'd say let's go ahead and get startup clearance and call them ready for push as well. Delivery, good evening, Scandinavian 462, we have our clearance already, request startup.
Hello, Scandinavian 462, fulfill, call APON 121.630.
121.630, startup approved, Scandinavian 462.
Hello.
Thank you for your service. Have a good day.
Tower, you're wing at 5 for the mic ready for push and start.
Range 5 for the mic, Roger, stand by number 1 for push out, call it back.
April, good evening, Scandinavian 462 at Bravo 9, request pushback.
Stand by.
Okay, so we are standing by. Alright. Let's see, is there any reason behind us? No. Okay, no idea, but they'll get it done. It probably just came online, we'll see. In the meantime, let's go ahead with the before start procedure already. I'm just gonna leave the beacon off for now, and then we'll see.
Kan dit a tag stripje van geloven.
Looks like he just came online and they're still setting up. Right, in the meantime, flight level 70 is in. The flight directors can come on. 7-0 armed, enough armed. And what else do we have to do? Don't think there's anything left. Level 70, SID was cross-checked, 4665 is in.
On the 462.
Scandinavian 462, go ahead.
On the 462, push and start is approved, QNH 1014, release point X-ray.
Push and start approved, QNH 1014, release point X-ray. Scandinavian 462. Ground cockpit. Go ahead. Okay, so pushback is approved, release point X-ray. Right, so, park and brake, standby.
1-4.
So, beacon is on,
Oscar
and
Sierra,
park and brake released.
Hello, to me.
So, you can start the push any moment now, please.
Yes, Scandinavian 1 for Oscar Sierra, gate Bravo 8, ready for pushback.
Alright, here we go.
Scandi 1 for Oscar Sierra, push and start is approved, QNH 1014, release point Yankee 1.
Okay, so, it's going to be fairly long for the pushback, or the engine start, so let's go ahead, starting engine number 4. So, N2, N1, looking for the oil pressure, 10% N2, we can go ahead and add some fuel. And Peter the ATCO, so for a flight within Nordic region, should start the squawk with 2. Second number would be your destination country. In this case 3. For Norway, the last 2 numbers would be random. Well, very interesting, thank you. Okay, so... that looks like a good start on engine number 4. Let's go ahead and start engine 3. Okay, and fuel on. So what is the other traffic doing that just got pushed out of Bravo 8? Doesn't seem to be a problem for us, okay. Oh, that's good. So where's X-ray? In the middle here, it seems. Okay, that's interesting. Interesting concept here. X-ray over here, X-ray over here, so we are literally pushing into the middle over here. Very interesting. Very interesting. And pretty good to see that the GSX profile is actually doing it nicely. Awesome. Okay, so engine 2 start. Half of the engines are done already, my friends. We are getting there, slowly but steadily. Okay, we've got N2, N1. Right, that's 10%. Fairly hard to reach that click spot down there. Okay, pushback complete, park and brake set. You can remove all the ground equipment, stand by for engine start. Beluga on PC, Jamie, hi. Good evening, Emmanuel. I recently went flying down to Tenerife and love getting pushed into the sea during takeoff. Do you still get that feeling on wide bodies? Oh yeah, you absolutely do. Let's start the last engine in the meantime. You absolutely do get that feeling, but obviously it comes down to several points. Most importantly, you just get used to it over time, and that is obviously something that you can't just talk away, so it's nothing really special anymore when it happens. But the good thing is that when you really want that feeling, you just push the thrust levers all the way to Toga, and off you go. Obviously we don't do that. We never do that. But the best thing of all is, we do fly a couple very short flights with the A330, and you just can't derate the airplane all the way down so that you don't feel extra power when you are loaded for a 30-minute flight. You do feel that power. Because then the plane is just
Juliet
really,
Boeing,
really overpowered.
H1014, Scandinavian 1430.
Alright, so, 4 good
Castle
starts,
8,
clear
then
disconnect, clear signal left side with a pin, have a good day, bye bye.
Hold short of Zulu.
Bird 808 Charlie, custody branch and taxi to stand Charlie 27.
Don't need anti-eyes today, but we do need the heaters.
And Romeo, hold short of Romeo.
Alright. Interesting, I kept the packs on, and the thing started up anyway. Okay, no comment on that.
Short of Romeo, Speedbird 808 Charlie.
No comment on that. So, flight control track.
Central Bay, Scandinavian
Full up.
95 kilos down, about 4.
Full down.
Start.
Neutral. Full left.
Returner
Full right.
kilo,
Neutral.
custody
And the rudder.
full low,
Full left.
450,
Full right.
number 1.
Neutral. Scandinavian 462, request taxi.
Scandinavian 462, taxi to holding point Bravo 3, runway 04 right via Papa, Zulu, Delta, hold short of runway 30.
Taxi holding point Bravo 3 via Papa Zulu Delta, hold short runway 30. Scandinavian 462. Okay, so slightly non-standard taxi then. So Papa Zulu Delta, and then we hold short in here. Okay, we can do that.
Scandinavian 208, one clear of Boeing.
Taxi light on.
Correction.
Brakes off.
Correction. One clear of aircraft behind you. Pushing startup of 114. Release point taxi.
Okay, that's the guy in Bravo 7 probably requesting push there.
Push and start.
Good thing we've been just
behind
faster.
Traffic, holding clear point X-ray. Scandinavian 208.
Not surprised you didn't know our airplane type. The type code is Bravo 463, BAE146 300. Not a commonly seen type. It's a BAE146, by the way.
Oh, yep, my mistake. I just checked. Thank you.
Had to tell him that on the frequency.
81 contact tower 119er 355. Okay.
19355.
Yeah, we'll probably get that same frequency.
Correction, route 808 Charlie, continue via Romeo stand Charlie 27.
Continue via Romeo, stand Charlie 27, Speedbird 808 Charlie.
Would have been helpful if I don't have to look down to
And they want
preset
for
frequencies.
when you expect to be ready for the taxi.
Okay, so left side
1 minute,
clear, right side clear. Looking at the windsock over there, quite a little bit of wind, gonna be a left crosswind on takeoff. Okay, master caution system is now enabled as well. Okay, so Zulu to the left, and then Delta is the first to the right. We can see the sign approaching over there, and then we'll hold short off the runway. So clear left side. Yeah, Delta next to the right. Come on, give me the handover. Then we don't have to stop.
Scandinavian 462, contact tower 119er 355, baby.
119er 355, Scandinavian 462, bye now. Hello, Scandinavian 462, holding short in Delta.
Senior 462, Castle Tower, hello, cross runway 12, continue by Delta, Charlie and Bravo, holding point Bravo 3.
Cross 12, continue Delta Charlie Bravo, holding point Bravo 3, Scandinavian 462. Right, straight at, then left on the Charlie, and then we gotta change the chart. Alright, so Bravo, no, here, Charlie, Delta, Charlie, Bravo, Bravo 3. That looks pretty much like what we planned. Okay, cool. By the way, the plane taxis really nicely on idle thrust, as you might see. I'm only using a little bit of power to get the plane moving, but once we are moving, the plane goes really, really nicely on idle.
Contact departure 124.980 with Wind is 350 degrees, 11 knots, runway 04 right, clear for takeoff, have a safe landing.
Okay, looks like they got 124980 as departure frequency.
Over to departure 124980, scan 2681, bye bye.
So that's pre-selected. Okay, clear on the left. Then we go over to the right. Okay, here we go. So, we're on Bravo now. We did not accidentally take Echo 1. Alright, so we can go ahead over here. Right, awesome. And then Bravo 3 is going to be the second left. Okay, so departure chart is prepared. And that's it. Alright, cool. To review the takeoff briefing, we got speeds 132, 132, 137, flap retraction at 81, climb power we'll need to set manually, but let's put it into takeoff mode already. Okay, apart from that, what are we gonna do? Sit straight out, left turn, and we contact departure passing 1,000 feet. Emergencies, we can go straight ahead, out over the water, climb 3,000 and then return runway 4 left, 4 right. All of them will be available if we need to. Okay, any questions? No? Awesome. And V2+10 is asking in the comments, am I using the beta update for MSFS? Yes, I am. So this is the sim update 15 beta. I really hope that that's not gonna bite me. Okay, so Bravo 3 to the left is what it says over here. Is that Bravo 3 already? Quick check. Yes, clearly says Bravo 3 on there. And on here as well. Okay. Scandinavian 462 ready for departure.
Air 462 at departure, contact departures on 124, this 1980. Wind is 350 degrees, 11 knots, runway 04 right, clear for takeoff, have a safe landing.
Departure frequency 124.980, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, Scandinavian 462. Right, transponder on, and above, strobe lights on, clear right side, landing lights on, clear left side, and finally weather radar on. Not that we need it, not that it works, but hey, we still want to do things halfway realistic, do we? Okay, so they don't want us to do rolling takeoffs on here, so we'll just stop for a moment. Timer set to go. Set takeoff thrust. Stabilized.
TMS says takeoff.
Set thrust.
Power set, flex achieved. Speed alive, both sides. 80 knots, cross checked.
Checked.
V1, rotate. V2. Positive rate of climb, gear up.
Gear up. Okay, so 12 degrees pitch usually works pretty well. And here we go. A little bit of aft trim apparently needed. Quite a bit of aft trim actually. Is it doing anything? Yeah, it is. Okay. So that's okay. Changing frequency. Then we can also start the acceleration phase here. Departure, good afternoon, Scandinavian 462, passing 1,600, climbing flight level sub-0.
Scandinavian 462, departure, hello, you're identified, so listening 360, climb flight level 100.
Turn left and 360, climb flight level 100, Scandinavian 462. Okay, heading 360. Okay, flaps up. Speed checked, flaps up. And level 100 is set, heading mode is on. Right, so vertical speed can come on as well, and autopilot. So we are airborne. Then engine bleeds on, APU bleed off, packs are on, and engine generators are running, and checked, APU off. Right, so accelerating nicely, 250 knots now, speed hold. And here we go, maintaining 250. So heading 360 is selected, looking good. That's master caution APU associated with the shutdown. That is all fine. Okay, synchronize. And then we're gonna use 89% N1 for our initial climb. And here we go. Okay, so set standard. Standard, cross-check passing flight level 61 now. Checked. Okay, looking awesome. We are in the air. In the air and on the way.
462, proceed direct to North Pole, that's November, Oscar Victor, Papa Oscar.
Direct North Pole, Scandinavian 462. What's it doing now? Okay, certainly helps if you remove that stuff from your scratch pad. So direct to North Pole, execute, not available, LNAV. So, Julio Rodriguez, little weather there. Yeah, true that. Just a little bit of a haze layer over here, close to the city. Okay, approaching. Come on, I don't want to lower my rate of climb here. But looks like I have no chance. Okay. So, vertical speed. A little bit nose down. Looking for about 1,000 feet a minute here. Like that. 1,000 to go. And ultrasound. Wow, there's literally not a lot going on the radios here.
462, climb to flight level 192.
Scandinavian 462, climb flight level 190. Okay, speed hold and flight level 190 armed. Passing 10,000. Lights off. Let's see. Cabin pressure is set correctly and the cabin is climbing. Differential is building. Excellent. Ice detected. Yeah, you me too, my friend. I don't believe that. Okay, anyway.
Those Canadian 146 Sierra, departure you identified. With a left turn, proceed direct to North Pole, November, Oscar Victor, Papa Oscar, maintain level 70.
Maintain level 70, direct to North Pole.
Okay, so standard climb speed in here is 250 knots.
462, proceed, sorry, call speed 132765, right?
132765, Scandinavian 462, thank you, see ya. Okay, 132765.
Sierra Foxtrot Papa on ground time 24, taxi to stand 25 via Alpha and Charlie.
As Tyrannosaurus asking, does this have LNAV? Well, as you can see, we're using it right now. Sweden, good evening. Scandinavian 462, level 125, climbing 190.
Level 320. Alpaca 18 Charlie, good evening. Sweden, good on.
Okay, Alpaca was faster. Or probably just louder.
Clear to Mach 3 Lima, arrival for runway 03, Alpaca 18 Charlie. Down station, calling in, you're blocked. See you again.
Sweden, good evening. Scandinavian 462, level 134, climbing 190.
Scandinavian 462, good evening. Sweden, good on. Radar contact. Climb to flight level 280. Clear direct to Risma.
Climb flight level 280, direct to Risma, Scandinavian 462. Okay, here we go. Flight level 280 armed and proceed direct to Risma. Execute that. Alright, and I do hope this answers the question if this airplane is equipped with LNAV. It absolutely is. Provided an FMC is installed, because you do have the option in the tablet to remove the FMC from the tablet. Alright, and in the meantime, let's just go vertical speed for a short moment. Because I am looking to bring it back to the standard climb speeds of 250.
To Alpha, arrival runway 04 left.
Right, increase radar climb a little bit. So, those 5 APUs are doing something, are they? Normally you get a radar climb of about 2,000 feet a minute from the 146, which is quite alright. Obviously provided that you do handle your thrust accordingly. Standard thrust schedule is 88% climb and 1 at sea level, and then per 5,000 feet altitude you increase it by 1%. And what you do then is you use the TMS in N1 control mode. We are mastering all 4 engines to engine number 1 right now. And like that, it is going to synchronize the other 3 engines to engine number 1. We don't have an auto thrust, but we do have that possibility, which is quite useful. So, probably not going to see anything on the weather radar anyway, but nonetheless, let's just set it appropriately. So I'm going to go for a 0-degree angle here, and honestly, what could we possibly see there? We can see everything outside already. So, our speed now, 250, looking good, and we're going to transition onto constant Mach climb when reaching Mach 0.64.
Papa, copy, thanks.
And that's how the 146 works. Alrighty, so Giulio, thanks for the video on the 737 TCAS issue. Flew it last night without TCAS enabled and had no crashes. Hopefully PNG releases an update on that soon. I'm really hoping the same, but I am rather convinced that they will.
Lot 4 Eco Bravo, good evening, Sweden Ground, radar contact.
Okay, so we don't need this anymore, but we do need the OFP now. Here we go, our nav log. We'll certainly make use of that. Beautiful, those 5 APUs, aren't they? I really like the 146. I do hope that they will eventually bring out the Avro RJ, which is the modernized version featuring an electronic flight instrument set. But until then, 146 is a pretty cool thing to fly, isn't it? They did a good choice implementing the standard CJ4 FMS in here. I do like that. It makes it possible to do proper navigation with this, because especially flying in the Nordics, there just aren't many VORs left. There's a couple airfield VORs, and that's it then. So I'm pretty happy that we do have the FMS option available in here. Though it would be nice to have a custom one, like a Universal 1000 or so, but I do believe they actually worked on that, at least back in the P3D days. Not sure if they did the same for Maxar Flight Simulator, but well, this is working quite well.
Opposite traffic.
You got set out with, I think it's 330, maybe not 456.
Scanner 1456, affirmative. Descend to flight level 330, due opposite traffic.
Just 330, maybe not 456.
Okay, so, what's the air conditioning doing? Looking fine. Differential pressure is building, cabin is still climbing.
And ready. Descend
Looking
to
for a
center
cabin target of 8,000. We're gonna do all of that stuff, well, not ourselves, but at least monitor it a little bit better in here than we would in other aircraft, which is something that I do like about the 146.
Wind control, good evening, Nordic 8 Golf Bravo, passing flight level 35.
It's a tiny bit slower than most airliners are these days, but overall working quite pretty fine.
Good evening,
And Roderick John, I hope Just Flight eventually release the UNS-1 for V146. I think their development is focused on the Avro now, which has a completely different FMC, so not likely we will ever see the UNS-1. I do agree with you, unfortunately, but, well, we'll have to see. And Tom Findlay, back here again, asking for some F-28 action on VATSIM. Well, we'll have to think about that. I mean, the F-28 just has the standard GNS 530 installed, which is perfectly capable of navigating on VATSIM. But we'll see. I kinda like the 146 a bit better, you know? I really don't know what exactly it is, but this plane just has a special place in my heart. Probably because I just saw so many of them during my childhood, because they were rather widespread at Düsseldorf Airport. Not 100% sure, but I really liked them. And I even flew on the real 146 once. Obviously not as a pilot, but as a passenger. But that actually goes all the way back to my time in school. When we did our, well...
Scandinavian 462, climb to flight level 320.
Scandinavian 462, climb flight level 320. Set and armed. Right, so when we did our final excursions with school, you know, many classes used to drive with a bus somewhere, and we decided we're gonna fly, so we booked an Air Berlin flight down to Venice, and, well... Air Berlin wet leased the flight to VDL, so I flew on this very airplane that we are flying right here, Alpha Whiskey Bravo Alpha, as a passenger on a wet lease operation for Air Berlin. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. And not so long ago I flew with a senior first officer, and he actually used to fly those things before he transitioned onto the Airbus. And he just said it was a transition like night and day coming from the BAE146 onto an Airbus A330. That was a completely different world, he said. And I totally believe that.
Roger,
I completely believe that.
15, but we'll try our best. Nordic 8 Golf Bravo.
Alpaca 18 Charlie, contact Göteborg approach 124. Decimal 680.
And Captain Airborne, what do I think about the SF-50 Vision Jet? Not on MSFS or any other sim, just the plane. Well, I do think it is a pretty cool concept. You know, single-engine jet aircraft surely is an interesting concept. It saves you a lot of money. Well, it does provide the power of a jet, and obviously the airplane itself, it's a pretty nicely designed one. All people whom I talked to who have flown that thing actually just said it was a pretty cool airplane to handle, so I'm pretty sure the Vision Jet is a very nice aircraft. And then Newly is asked above height, just a pressurization question. What would happen in the event that the outflow valve fails? Well, that depends on the position within which the outflow valve does fail and the kind of failure you have. It might just get stuck and that could be called a failure, but if the outflow valve simply gets stuck, then everything depends on the position it's in. If it's in a closed to or an actually closed position, then, well, you are going to start pumping your cabin up and eventually might have to switch pack off, but obviously depending on the airplane that you fly in. Some aircraft are smart and some airplanes are not so much, so depending on the plane, usually the way the pressurization system works is that the packs provide a constant volume of air to the cabin, so by modulation of the outflow valve, it is determined whether the cabin climbs, descends or maintains altitude. Now, this in turn obviously means that depending on the position within which the outflow valve fails, you might either just about maintain cabin altitude, or it might, or the cabin might start to climb up to descent. In any case, if the cabin starts descending because the outflow valve fails in a closed position, then, well, you might just have to turn the packs off, and then you are slowly going to start depressurizing. Obviously, that is going to lead to the requirement to descend down to level 100 anyway. Well, or if the outflow valve fails in the fully open position, then your cabin is going to start climbing, and then you basically got a depressurization. The question only is whether that's going to be a rapid depressurization because the outflow valve fails in a hugely open position, or whether it's going to be slow depressurization because the outflow valve fails in a partly open position. But that really depends then. But usually when the outflow valve goes down, something is going to go wrong with your cabin pressurization. Well, not usually, but always. But the exact actions to be taken are going to depend depending on the exact conditions of the failure. Okay, so we're reaching Mach 0.64. Let's go ahead and transition to Mach hold. Okay, and we've just overflown Riesma. So should have taken 17 minutes and have 2,700 kilos. We did take roughly 17 minutes, 15, more like 18. But that's fine, and the fuel, let's see, that's 3,400 kilograms. Okay, so we do have 700 kilos extra fuel, we loaded 500 more, so that's basically it. So we're looking good on the fuel, and we are looking good on the time as well. Looking good to me. Meeting the plan. That is what we need to do. Climbing at 1,000 feet a minute right now. That is quite an okay rate of climb, I would say. At least seeing that we are flying on APU today. Or on 5 of them.
Shutdown for 1 Mike Tango, descent to flight level 160.
Really beautiful. It really is. Okay, so back inside.
Scanning 2 to Bravo, clear direct Toruva.
Nicely climbing. The descent is going to be a little bit more interesting later on, doing a VNAV manually, but we'll get to do that fine. And Captain Airborne, what A330 am I flying in real life? 200, 300 or Neo? Well, 2 and 300s for the moment.
Scanning 460, maintain Mach decimal 78 or greater when able to use traffic.
Scandinavian 462, unable, we're doing Mach decimal 64.
Scanning 1462, maintain Mach decimal 76 or greater for spacing.
Did he say 1762? I think he said 1762, right? Well.
Scanning 462, maintain Mach decimal 76 or greater, please.
Scandinavian 462, unable, we are maintaining decimal 64 in the climb, and in the cruise we can do a maximum of Mach decimal 70.
Scanning 460, when able, maintain Mach decimal 70 or greater.
When able, 70 or greater, that's gonna be at level Scandinavian 462.
Scanning 14 Oscar Sierra, maintain Mach decimal 70 for spacing. Slower traffic ahead.
Oh boy.
Mach 70.
I feel sorry for the guy behind, but they do call it an airway blocker for a reason after all.
70 for spacing, Scandinavian 146.
Scanning 208, maintain Mach decimal 68 or less for spacing.
Oh
Slower
boy,
traffic ahead.
Here we go, airway blocker in action.
Mach 0.68,
Scanning 2752, when ready, descend to flight level 100.
Oh boy. I feel like the airway blocker now that I'm flying.
Contact
1,000 to go, all arms.
decimal 805.
Okay, I tell you what. Vertical speed, let's reduce that rate of climb a little bit so that we start slowly speeding up. Maybe 500 feet a minute or so is going to work. Also, we can pull those engines up to 93%. Or can we? Nope, we're on the forward stop already. Okay, then we cannot pull the engines up any further. But 1 minute, then we're there. Very slowly accelerating. 0.7 or greater.
Runway 03, when ready, descend to flight level 160.
Okay, airway blocker in action. Here we go, huh?
Lufthansa 3 ekvatoriet, clear direct Magdeburg, Mike Alpha Golf, climb, maintain 280.
Well, maybe we need to turn on a 5th engine. Yeah, Martin, you're right. Turn on the other engine, the APU. Maybe it helps. And DAE, there is no add-on for live traffic here. It's VATSIM that we're flying on, the online network. So it's actual humans over there, on the other side. And Philip, I guess you created a traffic jam till the end of the event. I would not be surprised. Well. Okay, so...
I was also wondering, I don't know why, but the traffic guide here is flying very slow, so maintain Mach 770 for signal.
Roger, Mach 70, no problem, it's going to be a 146.
The reason why is because it's a BAE146. The thing just doesn't go any faster than that. The red band is 7.2 and, well, our engines are running full power here.
Scannerman 667, and ready, descend to flight.
I did say that on the frequency, so now he knows why.
290 traffic, and I started to descend now.
Okay, so 0.7, we are accelerating. Let's dial in MCT over here. Even though MCT for some reason always gives us...
Well,
this is the temperature, not the N1 percentage, is it? So 857 degrees over here on the GGT as temperature. So maximum continuous would be 857 degrees, but, well, we are at the forward stop of thrust levers, so it's not going to get any faster. It's definitely not going to get much faster. I am just going to see if we might be able to reach 0.73 or something the like, but I don't really think we are. I mean, 7.0 is the normal cruising speed for this, so yeah, let's try.
Lufthansa 1 Mike Tango, contact you to
Beluga, I like that one. BAE, bring another engine. And ASU China, I believe the RJ100 flies about the same speed. It does have newer engines, but it's not really faster as far as I'm aware. But tell you what, we'll bring it all the way up, 0.73. Then we'll advise the ATC that we can do just about that. I mean, I want to stay number 1 in the sequence, because otherwise I do have that feeling that he's gonna take everybody in front. Okay, so reaching 0.73.
Turn left heading 300.
Scandinavian 462, confirm left heading 300.
Scandinavian 462, turn left heading 300.
Left heading 300, Scandinavian 462. How long is the delay going to be?
Scandinavian 460, the vectors is due aircraft performance. It's 3 aircraft very fast behind here, so I need to make space for them.
Yes, but how long is the delay going to be, Scandinavian 462?
Scandinavian 460, around 5 minutes.
Roger. So that is our additional fuel used up then.
Mach 778 or greater.
Mach 78 or greater, that's going to be the one.
But okay, tell you what, if he is slowing us, if he's turning us out anyway, which by the way is dumb. I mean, why not bring the others to a different flight level and then, you know, have him cross above or below? Why does he need to turn us out then? That's just...
Skyline 202, descend to flight level 100.
That's so typical VATSIM. You fly anything that's not a 737 or an A320, and immediately they have no idea how to handle you. So, Mach point 7. I did try to go fast for him, but if he doesn't want us to, then we'll just fly the econ speed. Because now, 5 minutes extra, you've seen our fuel flow, guys, so you know what our fuel state is. We departed with the maximum we could. So, yeah, what can we do, huh? What can we do?
Sigurd Victor Peter David, Sverige. Kvar ligger okontrollerad luft. Jag återkommer till dig.
And Regix. Yeah, my quote, you fly anything that's not a 737 or an A320, and they don't know what to do, yeah. Totally understandable. And Kevin, flying non-ANAF is absolute joy on VATSIM. Oh yes, I feel you. The thing is, on a short route like this, they can't really make 3 aircraft overtake properly. Because normal cruising speed of... normal cruising speed of 737 on A320, somewhere around 450 knots. We're doing 50 less than that, so that's 50 nautical miles difference over 1 hour of flight time. So, making 3 airplane overtake just ain't gonna work. And now obviously flying for much longer again. Oh, how I hate it. Heading 330 Scandinavian 462.
Sweden Control, hello, Siberia 437 with you on 5150.
Siberia 437.
You know, I get very tempted to hit Alt F4 already because of this. It's just so annoying.
280, 507.
Okay, so heading 330. But I don't get how he's gonna make 3 aircraft overtake us. I mean, 50 knots more. You know, by turning us out, he's reducing our relative ground speed probably to something like, I don't know, 300 or so. But looking at VATSPY, we are still very far in the front. So, what's the use of it now? If he wants to make those guys overtake, we'll literally fly in orbit later on.
118.405.
118.405,
Lufthansa 3 korthjulet, contact Copenhagen Control 119.555.
It's so annoying again. So annoying. And Rainbow Catsion, is it allowed to fly drunk on VATSIM? Well, I honestly tell you, the way people fly, at least 50%, both controlling and flying, are drunk.
Negative, but the sector will.
And Julio, what do I think about the VATSIM CTAF trials going on? Well, I honestly think it's a pretty bad idea. And I do think so for 2 reasons. First of all, half the people, more even, are not using charts. For that reason, they don't know what the proper CTAF frequency is. Secondly, they don't really have a good way to distribute that information about what CTAF frequency is applicable per airport. And thirdly, what do you do if you're in big areas, like for example New York? You've got 4 airports plus a couple of general aviation airports in that area. So, you know, when you've got an area like London or like New York, where you've got aircraft going into different airports and they're using different CTAF frequencies, what's the result going to be? When people conflict with one another, they will not be able to talk to one another. And, well, they can't communicate. So, if they do the CTAF trials, then, yeah, first of all, as you say in the comments, Kevin, people are struggling with Unicom enough already, absolutely. And secondly, how are they going to communicate when there are different airports in question? Well, basically, the only option would be to use guard frequency for that, but this is not allowed either. So I generally don't think the CTAF idea is a good one.
Scanner 462, descend to flight level 250.
Was that for us? Might have been.
462, descend to flight level 250.
Scandinavian 462, descend flight level 250.
Scanner 462, contact Polaris control, 121, decimal 550.
121-550, Scandinavian 462. Alright, I'm gonna call him first and then start the descent.
Altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1013.
5,000 feet,
So did I say 12155? I think I did.
1K20, contact field control, 118, decimal 405.
Alright, so, vertical speed.
Nordic 820, bang.
Nordic 423, contact of approach 120.
Something like 1,000 feet a minute or so.
Mr. Pressure, say 120450. Bye-bye.
Alt armed.
Lufthansa 47 Golf, request descent.
Lufthansa 47 Golf, make request with field control 132.765.
132.765. Control Lufthansa 47 Golf, thank you, bye-bye.
Polaris, good evening, Scandinavian 462, flight level 315, descending 250, heading 330, Macht decimal 70.
Scandinavian 462, Polaris, so, yeah, continue present heading for that.
Continue present heading, Scandinavian 462. Any idea of what we can expect for the approach later?
Just checking this right now, so bye-bye.
Yeah, they probably have no idea what the previous guy did with us as well. Because looking at Vatspy, there just aren't many aircraft, you know, that close behind, so I really don't know.
Passing flight level 117.
Okay, well, we have to see what's gonna happen then.
217.
Terminate 21, so that is low.
Alright, so, starting the descent, let's go ahead and...
462, expect repump 3 Lima arrival, clear direct to repump.
The repump 3 Lima arrival, proceed direct to repump, Scandinavian 462. Yeah, so they just put us onto a different arrival now. Okay, let's try and find that. So, repump 3 Lima. Probably not going to be Innsov then. I do guess it's Valpo.
Polaris Control, good evening, Ryanair 1314.
Let's see. So first of all, we're going to fly direct to Repam.
Ryanair 1314, Polaris Control.
Okay, execute that. LNAV. Okay, so we are flying towards Repam now.
Scandinavian 462, descent level 120.
Scandinavian 462, descent flight level 120. Any speed?
No speed restriction.
3 speed, Scandinavian 462. Okay, so what are we gonna do then?
14 Oscar Sierra, speed and progression to 80 knots or greater.
Not up, down.
Sorry, unreliable. Could you say again for the Scandinavian 14 Oscar Sierra?
Okay, so down we go.
14 Oscar Sierra, speed and progression
then descent mode is on.
or greater.
So it's an
Minimum N2 right now is 65%. Let's start the acceleration, looking for 290 knots. And then we can set our passengers down already. So fuel elevation in Oslo is like 800 or so. Let's go ahead and put that in. Here we go.
Canadian 44 Tango, contact Copenhagen control 136.485.
Alright, we'll just let it accelerate slowly. And in the meantime, let's try and get APUs. So So, Oslo arrival, it is 1815.
44 Tango.
Affirm.
126125 actually.
Full out control, good evening, Scandinavian 208, descending flight level 250.
First, Scandinavian 14 Oscar Sierra, descent flight level 120.
Descent of the 120, Canadian 14 Oscar Sierra.
Oscar event 208, Polaris below.
Okay.
Clear.
How can we
For the Lima arrival, descent flight level 120.
reach our audio controls? Here we go.
Looney 2 for Lima arrival and
November on first contact.
Scandinavian 208.
Oslo Garderman arrival information November.
Speed and conversion.
I'm 1820 Zulu. Expect ILS. For RNP approach runway 01 left and 01 right. Transition level 80.
Copenhagen
Met
control
report.
136.485.
Scandinavian 462, confirm the frequency again?
Negative, that was for Scandinavian 142.
Okay, different guy. Well, okay, tell you what, I don't really have the capacity to listen to the ADAS right now, so I'm just getting it via text here. Okay, so ADAS from 1820, expect ILS 1 left, transition level 80.
Scandinavian 142, Polaris.
Wind calm, Kavak, minus 2 degrees, 1014. Okay, looks good to me. So nice flying weather. Temperature minus 2 and 1014 QNH, so we gotta put that up here as well. Here we go. Okay, so
control, good evening.
Then let's go ahead with our ILS setup.
380 inbound, Badam.
Arrival. So, don't think I've ever flown that star yet that we are currently heading towards.
Destination again?
What's it called? Ripam.
Scandinavian
We even have that in here?
Correction, Scandinavian 143, request level 380 inbound, Badam.
Scandinavian 1430, Polaris.
Ah, lovely. It just kept showing us the Copenhagen chart. I was wondering already. Okay, so Ripam. Didn't he say Bravo or something the likes?
Scandinavian 14 Oscar Sierra, contact director 136.4.
Am I blind now? Am I looking for the wrong frequency? Ripam 3 Lima, okay.
That's Scandinavian 821.
So I probably am blind. Ripam 3 Lima, here it is. We still don't know which approach we're expecting, so I'll just prepare the ILS 1 left, and then we'll see about it.
Check your Mac, no voice.
Okay, so apart from that, we also need some airport charts, which we've got over here, and probably a parking stand chart over here. I guess something like that. We'll have to see if there's any changes then. So be it. Okay, so from Ripam, maximum speed is 250 knots.
Station requesting higher, say, consent.
So that's going to be in 20 miles, fair enough. Roxham above level 120, and then waypoint 411 at level 110.
Climbing side level 300.
They're probably coming in a little bit low right now. But well, we just had no proper way of planning anything, so what can we do? Well, I'm gonna go 1,000 feet a minute down right now, but looks like we are rather hopelessly too far down. Well, so be it. That stupid vectoring of Sweden just completely messed us over. Alright, so here we go.
Again, 1914, contact Copenhagen, approach 136.
Well, give me 1,000 feet a minute, please.
136.485, boosting 114.
Okay, that's looking roughly alright now.
Post 136, identify flight level 320, clear direct master.
Okay, so I do tend to say that looks roughly good. For the arrival, it's going to be flap 33 landing, and the speed box are set for that. And apart from that, ILS setup. Let's do 1 left. Really not 100% sure which of them to expect, but well, So course 012.
Scandinavian 462, contact Oslo, director 136.4.
136.4, Scandinavian 462, see ya. Director low, Scandinavian 462.
Directed Northland, November Oscar Sierra Lima Alpha, Scandinavian 15 Oscar Sierra.
Scandinavian 14, Oscar Sierra, T2, Mexico. Scandinavian 146, hello, Oslo, directed. Expect ILS approach runway 01 left, and descent flight level 110.
Okay, he said Scandinavian 142, not our call sign, did he?
Scandinavian 463, Oslo, directed.
Confirm that for Scandinavian 462.
462, yeah, affirmative, Oslo directed. Expect ILS approach runway 01 left, descent flight level 110.
Expect ILS 01 left, descent level 110, Scandinavian 462. Any speed restriction?
Taken Scandinavian 462, the last one.
Any speed restriction for Scandinavian 462?
Not for now, free speed.
Free speed, Scandinavian 462.
Also director, good evening.
Right, that's 1,000 to go. Hold armed.
720 into Oslo.
So we just quickly got to set up those frequencies. So 1595, I'll put active in nav1 for now, so that we know our distance from the airport while we get our radar vectoring. And might just about...
462, clear direct Roxim.
Right, Roxim, Scandinavian 462. Okay, Roxim direct.
Please confirm for Scandinavian 28, are there any speed restrictions for me?
Have you been given
That's
one
quite a right turn.
Affirmative, 280 knots.
030 towards Roxim. Does that look right to us? Yeah,
Yeah, follow
roughly.
all published speed restrictions for now, Scandinavian 280. Pushing 2 today.
Following the published...
Okay, reaching 110. The plane is about to level off. We can add a little bit of power
Scandinavian
in
15
again.
Oscar Sierra, reaching flight level 110.
Scandinavian 14, Oscar Sierra,
Interesting how I try to go left and right there all the time.
For a few months.
Okay, so let's just update the director
Hello,
Roxim once more.
423.
That's looking better.
Scandinavian 423, hello, Oslo, directed.
So why is it leveling off in 111 instead of 110 now?
01
Can
left
anybody
and
explain
vector to
that?
Nordic 423.
Vertical speed?
Like 432, keep the high speed as you can until 150.
Roger, we'll keep high speed till 1 Nordic 423.
Then 14 Oscar Sierra, speed 220 knots.
Escape to Sileno, Scandinavian 15 Oscar Sierra.
And Nordic 423 confirm holding 9,000 still.
Why does it go into alt at flight level 111?
423, 9.
Why can it not maintain a flight level properly?
Does that 5,000 feet Nordic 423?
Yeah.
Well, it is descending at 100 feet a minute or so.
I'll get up.
That's interesting though. Okay, so he did say to expect the ILS 1 left, so that's going to be 110.3.
7,000 feet, going 1014. Speed 220 confirm?
Confirmed.
And we'll already put that over here
Speed
as well.
220, 7,000, going 1014. It's going to be a 14 Oscar Sierra.
Okay, so 110.3 is in there, and for missed approach, climb track 012 to 5,000, expect vectoring by Oslo approach. Minimum's 857, which is 200 above the ground. Let's just about dial that in. So decision height is in, and that's it. Okay, cabin is descending nicely, even though it's still at 4,000 feet, which is rather high, but we descended rather quickly, and we're still a little bit out, so let's just think about this. Cabin needs to descend by about 3,000 feet. It's doing 350, 400 feet a minute. So we're looking at roughly 10 minutes. Yeah, should be good. Cabin rate of descent is alright.
11 208, clear direct, inserve descend 7,000 feet, clear right 1014.
Okay, so quick more look at the procedure here. So after Roxim, which is normally above level 120, but he's cleared us down already. So we've got waypoints 410, 409, 408, 407, which is pretty much what we have. Okay, and thereafter Valpo. That is fine for me. Alright, so when we reach waypoint 410, we're going to reduce 220 so that we can fly the point merge properly.
So
not this waypoint, but the one thereafter, which is 10 miles out. So we are down low really early, but yeah. Direct to Valpo, Scandinavian 462, thank you. Alright, that is quite a good shortcut. So Valpo, direct, enter. 30 miles straight. That's exactly how we want to fly it. Okay, so let's just set that speed back up towards 290. Here we go. Looking good. And Tyrell Werner, hi to Alaska. Do you happen to know when PMDG might update the IRAC data for the 737 on Xbox? I don't think they ever are going to update it, because they basically leave those IRAC updates to a third party called Navigraph. The thing is, PMDG just can't simply update that IRAC, because it would require the airplane to be updated in its entirety, thanks to the lovely Microsoft logic.
Scandinavian 462, speed at 220, descend 7,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Scandinavian 462, speed 220 knots, descend 7,000, QNH 1015. Okay, 7,000, vertical speed, alt arm. Well, I do suppose he wants us to reduce speed first and then altitude second.
Speed 250 knots.
So 60% N2 is the minimum in flight.
Speed down
to 20.
4,000 feet.
And here we go.
One right. That's going to be the one for the curvature.
Alright, so speed reduction.
462, turn left heading 360.
Left heading 360, Scandinavian 462. Another vector out. Why?
That's 462, vector 2 to sequence.
462, roger. Do you happen to have a minute?
Say again, 462.
If you're not busy, could you just check those aircraft that previously used to be behind me? Did the delay I got actually make any sense for them?
I will investigate the 462, but also the target.
Yeah, if you don't have time, don't worry about it. Okay, so down we go.
5,000 feet, via indoor cleared area 01 right, getting to the right.
And Pilot Sim Gaming Europe. Hi, nice to see you here. Alright, so
2 right, speed at 22.
And Martin, the 2 Airbuses and 738 that used to be behind me on ahead of me now descending on final. Okay. They're at Valku, Scandinavian 462. Okay, direct to Valku, execute, and LNAV. Passing 10,000. Lights on, signs are on, and that's it. Starting APU.
I didn't quite understand your question. If you could take the question again now, I have time.
Yeah, disregard Scandinavian 462.
Okay, copy.
Okay, 43 fully established.
Scandinavian 423, contact tower now, 1.3, speed.
Okay, so we did say QNH 1015, I forgot about that earlier. So set QNH 1015, cross take 9240.
Skal jeg si for noe? Sier feil?
Ja, 100 ganger nå.
Skal jeg si for noe?
So,
ja, ikke sant?
9 miles to run, Valpo is like 20 miles out, so when we're in level 70 there, that's totally fine for us. And in case he does clear us for the standard approach,
Scandinavian 462, descend 5,000 feet.
Descend 5,000 Scandinavian 462.
Established on the localizer, Scandinavian
Okay, 5,000 set. So the only thing that's left to check for us over here is we do have the Valpo transition in. Though it should be one left, but that doesn't...
462 by Valpo transition, clear LS4, show me 1 left, report established.
5 Valpo, cleared LS, 1 left, we'll go Scandinavian 462. Okay, so Valpo... Why does it have Oxen behind it now? Should be Valpo... Ogras Xinla. That FMS is bugged. So, Ogras. Here we go. Valpo, Ogras Xinla. Okay, execute. Fine. Okay, then let's help it a little bit to get back onto the profile.
2 right, speed 190.
The speed brake is incredibly effective on this airplane.
Scandinavian 462, speed 190.
190 Scandinavian 462. Okay. Why can't I turn the autopilot off? There we go.
462, you was reroute to direct Ripam confirmed back with the Sweden.
Scandinavian 146, Sierra, 5 miles from final.
Okay, so reducing 190.
Well, when I demonstrate, Scandinavian 146, Sierra, bye.
By the way, what is my HSI showing there? Doesn't seem to make too much sense. Flight director looks better though. Well, used to. Here we go. Let's get rid of all that. We are cleared for the ILS. So that means we can descend 4,000 now.
Not 4 Echo Bravo, speed at 227 knots.
Speed 220 for Echo Bravo.
And let's go ahead and fly that speed a little bit more accurately.
462, descend 4,000, capture the line.
Descend 4,000 and we're aiming to capture the glide Scandinavian 462.
Very good, thank you.
Okay, flaps 18. Okay, let's not mess with it. Air brake full, and now the thing is gonna go down. So this definitely helps if you want to reduce your speed. This most definitely helps. Alright, we're on the glide slope now. Perfectly fine for me. Okay, so air brake is back in. Let's make sure to get that speed to where it's supposed to be. Okay, established on the localizer. Glide slope is pretty much here. And then APU bleed on, engine bleeds off. Scandinavian 462 established.
46, to copy, continue.
Okay, so here we go. Shifting a little bit to the right, it seems. Scandinavian 462, go ahead.
Speed 160 knots now, and the sequencing was a little slower than the rest of the traffic, so it's all worked out very well now.
Speed 160, Scandinavian 462.
Speed check below 205, select key down.
Yeah, well, okay, good.
462 contact tower now, 118.3, enjoy landing.
118.3, Scandinavian 462, see ya.
See ya, enjoy.
Okay, so 18.3.
Echo Bravo, speed 190.
Speed 190 for Echo Bravo, Lufthansa 624.
Hello, Scandinavian 462, ILS 1 left, speed 160.
Scandinavian 462, got more power, hello, runway 01 left, clear to land, wind 330 degrees, 2 knots.
01 left, clear land, Scandinavian
Speed check
462.
below 180, select flaps 24.
Okay, he didn't tell us until when to reduce that, to maintain that speed, so let's reduce further. Up to 24.
Speed check below 170, select flaps 30.
Flaps 30.
Speed check below 145, select flap 33.
Flaps 33. Okay, it looks good and stable to me. So let's make that a good landing.
Thank you for 6 and also Tango and contact the 1105. Can you delay? Thank you.
Lufthansa 624 on the still on the light, cleared for takeoff, speed 330 degrees, 2 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, 0
And
run
with
right,
all stable.
Lufthansa 624.
Awesome ground speed, isn't it? 126 knots. I completely love it. But look at that. I'm not touching the controls at all, and the plane flies really, really nicely. That's what a good, well worked out airplane looks like. Right, now we gotta use a little bit controls, keep it on the center line. By the way, do you see all those trees flickering a little bit as well? Must be a Sim Update 15 thing, I've never seen that before. Check. Continue.
Contact Oslo approach, frequency 120, that's 450.
Another airplane that touches down the moment it says 10.
Contact Oslo approach, frequency 120, decimal 450.
120 decimal 450, Lufthansa 624.
60 knots.
Okay, spoilers are in. Yeah, we're missing that exit.
Good
Thought we could make it, but
Canadian
doesn't look like it.
08 with you
We're gonna
for
take the next
Sierra.
one. So that's probably Alpha 6 then, I suppose.
Hello. Continue taxi, holding point Bravo 1, runway. Correction, Bravo 2, runway 01. Right.
Okay, and here we are, we made it.
Taxiing to Bravo 2 for 01, right. Scandinavian 28.
Scandinavian 462, taxi and hold short. Right. Contact ground 11605.
Scandinavian 462, taxi hold short, Mike, and connect ground. See ya. Alright, hold short Mike, that is just about over here. We are completely clear of the runway. So, 121605. So there was nobody immediately behind us. That means we do have a little moment before we call ground, just to tidy up with that airplane. So, squawk standby, flaps coming up, and the lights.
Scandinavian 459er, taxi Sierra, holding point 01.
Down in a taxi, and strobe lights off. Thank you.
Taxi Sierra, hold short 01 right, Scandinavian 459er.
Ground low, Scandinavian 462.
Scandinavian 462, hello, taxi hotel Delta, stand 60.
Hotel Delta, stand 60, Scandinavian 462. Okay, so, hotel is... Okay, Mike, hotel... Delta is the inner one, I guess? Let's see that on here. Okay, hotel... Delta, and 60 is in the corner. Okay. So, right turn over here. So that's what he meant with taxi on Mike. Thought he said hold short Mike. Just didn't get that we were supposed to do a right turn here. That would have made more sense.
21 Alpha, got him on ground. Good evening, cleared to...
okay, so Tao probably wanted us to make a right hand turn on Mike, but I don't know. I'll have to listen to that again later.
Climb 7,000 feet, squawk 21.
Actually, stop. I think we're at the wrong taxiway.
Bravo departure 01 right, 7,000 for initial altitude.
Did we vacate on Alpha 5 instead? It looked like Alpha 6.
21 Alpha, correct. Scandinavian 459er, contact tower 1.
Okay, I think we need to confirm our position with ATC, because that didn't make much sense.
Thank you very much.
Scandinavian 462, can you confirm our position, please?
Scandinavian 462, you appear to be taking Mike southbound. Continue Mike, taxi left kilo, left November, and then Golf to stand 60.
Alright, continue Mike, kilo, November, Golf, stand 60, Scandinavian 462. Yeah, we thought we were on Alpha 6 rather than Alpha 5, sorry.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay, now it makes sense. Because apparently we vacated Alpha 5 rather than Alpha 6. The way the scenery looked, it looked like we were, you know... It looked like this little part over here was here, and that's why I thought we were on Alpha 6. Okay, now I know where we're going. Okay, so be it. So next one left, then again next one left, and then first to the right. So now we're going like this. But that's fine. Okay, so there is traffic over there. Shouldn't play roles if we go first left, which is what we are clear to do. Okay. So, going left over here. So look at that, we flew for about an hour on a route that it should have taken us like 50 minutes or so.
Finnair 562 ground.
Finnair 562.
Okay. Caution there, station with a similar frequency.
squawk
Oh, sorry, station with a
1245.
similar call sign on frequency. 562 versus 462. Okay, so next to the right, and then our stand is the one in the corner. By the way, why is it that we are always taking the wrong taxiway when we're in Oslo? Martin, I do agree with you. That is a friendly controller here. Sounds like a very good guy. Okay, so a little bit of power. Let's make it fast.
And Grand Scandinavian 1467, sorry, 1465, stand 48, request push and start.
Scandinavian 146.
Alright, so straight ahead, and our gate is the one over there.
1015.
Push start
One
for
right in the corner.
1015, Scandinavian 1465.
Okay, 60. Here it is. Okay, so APU is running anyway in this airplane. Then let's do lights off.
5 Charlie Tower correction ground. Good evening. No flight plan has been received, I'm afraid. Try and refile.
Okay then, next to the right, or slightly to the right, and then stand number 60 is that one there, in front of the glass terminal.
Better to 1 Alpha, stand 46, push and start. Approve QNH 1015, make straight push, due traffic on your left.
Okay, number 60, here it is. So a little bit further straight.
Cine 562, request push and start.
I have a feeling this jetway will have a little bit difficulty docking, but let's give it a try. So, just gonna make sure not to ram it into our APUs.
1015.
Something like this should probably be good. I hope. Alright, anyway, we're just gonna stop it like that. So, brakes are on, and then we do have the APU generator online anyway. Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 APUs shut down, 1 APU to go. And then I'd say let's leave that ATC frequency here. There we go. Alright, engine's running down. So long, APU is powering us anyway. Let's turn that anti-icing stuff off. Seatbelts going off, and the beacon going off. Only 1 fuel pump needed, and finally, silence. Alright, so is that it? Is there anything? Oh yeah, we can do those as well. And that is it now. Right, awesome. Let's go ahead and get our deboarding, please. So GSX deboarding, handling by Scandinavian Airlines. So, look at that. The jetway seems to be connecting halfway. No, that's too high. That's probably the minimum height of the jetway, is it? Let's see that from the outside. Yeah, I guess it is. Alright, well, so be it. We can live with that. I want to see that from the inside, though. So let's go ahead and open that door, please. Aircraft menu, forward passenger door, chocks and ground power as well. Alright, so this. Let's see that. Oh yeah. Watch your step. Or just slide out on the bottom and go collect your luggage yourself. Alright, okay. Well, so be it, my friends. We can definitely live with that. Alright, cool. So, with that, I do have to say that I've had it, my friends. I do have to say I've had it. Those delay vectors were enough for me once again. That's gonna be it for today. I do hope that soon we are going to... I do hope that soon we're going to do another flight. Probably with an airplane that fits the standard VATSIM ATC a little bit better. Even though the guys in Oslo did try their best, I have to say, and the departure out of Copenhagen was good as well. But I'm really not too interested into, you know, all that arrival ATC stuff again. So, yeah. let's not do the flight back. I've really had it for today. Nonetheless, I would like to thank all of you guys for flying along, and you can be sure there will be more videos in the future. With that, thank you very much for watching today. I do see you all again in the future. In the meantime, if you did like the stream, be sure to leave a like on YouTube as well, as it does really help out the channel. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much for watching. Hope that you've enjoyed the flight. And if there is anything else that you're interested in, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And then I see you all again right on the next one, hopefully in the not too far future. For sure, I can promise you next month there are going to be some more live streams than over the past couple of months, because flying will get a little bit less over the next month. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and I see you all again in the next one, especially you pilots in Gaming Europe.